Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got kind of an exciting unboxing for you. I'm also going to do a try on, swatch, and review of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe eyeshadow palette. So if you guys have been around on social media at all in the beauty community, you know that there has been a ton of buzz about this palette. It's sold out really fast the first couple times they stocked it, but this time I was able to get my hands on it, and so I'm really excited to show it to you guys, try it out, and let you know my thoughts on this. So let's open this up. It comes in this cardboard box, and on the back it's got like a little note from Jaclyn Hill about her thoughts about curating this palette. I know she worked on it for a really long time. And if we open this up, it comes nicely wrapped in some bubble wrap, which is great. And then, oh yeah, this is beautiful packaging, although probably this will get dirty because it's eyeshadow, but yeah, it's this really nice, big, pretty palette. There's the back. And if you open it up, oh yeah, let me take plastic off. Okay, look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness. This seems like it might be the only eyeshadow palette you would need, which is crazy. And honestly, this is part of why I decided to pick it up. The price for how much product you're getting is shockingly low, and I don't actually have some of these colors in my collection. I tend towards a lot of neutrals, and I want to do some more fun things in the future with some other colors like greens and blues. So I thought that this would be a good addition to my collection without spending a ton of money. So on the top here it says, "This palette is dedicated to all of my loving subscribers, XO Jaclyn." So that's nice. But yeah, I am going to try out an eyeshadow look using this. I've done my makeup except for my eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that on camera. And then I will swatch all of these shadows for you and give you my thoughts. So first of all, let's talk about the price of this palette. This entire palette retails for $38, which I don't know if you guys follow the cost of some high-end palettes, but a lot of these really popular ones like the Naked Heat palette or the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, you get far less product for more money, for, you know, like $40, $50, $60. So $38 for this much product to me seemed like a really good deal and something that would probably be worth the investment considering how much use I hope to get out of this. Okay, so today I think I'm gonna go a little bit more in my comfort zone. I haven't tried out any of these shadows yet, so I'm not gonna mess with like the greens and purples. They look really fun, but I think I will wait to play with those another day. I'm just gonna go for more of a neutral sort of gold and pink eye, which is kind of common for me. First, I'm going to use my Too Faced eyeshadow primer, and this stuff works really well. Just prime my lid so that I don't get any creases. So first I'm gonna start out with something all over my eye, and so I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's like a nice neutral kind of tan. Use my blending brush and just put this all over my lid. Okay, so I'm noticing there's like a tiny bit of fallout, but really not much. This one at least is not a super powdery one. Okay, that's good. It's like a basic neutral shade. And then I think I'm gonna do the outer corner of my eye, and I'm gonna use this brush here. And I don't wanna go too dark. I'm gonna go in with this brown right here. And do this just in the outer corner of my eye to make a triangle shape. Huh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty. It's funny. It actually has almost like a deep plum shade to it. I'm gonna blend that out. Oh wow. Yeah, this one at least is blending very nicely. That's great. Let's do the other eye. Again, I'm seeing a little bit of fallout, but it's not bad. These are, you know, comparable to a lot of eyeshadows I've worked with. So these are pretty blendable shadows, which is awesome. And then I think on the lid, I'm gonna go in with this kind of like rose and shade with like a gold turn to it. That looks pretty. Just gonna dust this on my lid here. Oh yeah. It's pretty, I like it. And then using this brush, I'm going to go into this more deep rose shade in my crease. Okay. And blend that a little bit. That's pretty. So I like these shadows, they're nice. They're actually really easy to work with. They're not too pigmented, which is probably good, especially if you're kind of a beginner and you want something that's got a lot of nice colors. This might be a really good palette to choose. Like, you're not gonna just screw it up really easily. They're great to work with. And then I think in the center of my eyelid, I want a little pop of gold. So I'm gonna try out this kind of deep bronzy gold here. And I'm just gonna use my finger. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that is like really gold. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Okay, this is really pretty. I feel like you could use this on like New Year's or something. Okay, then I'm going to use one of these highlight shades. And they've got a couple to choose from. I'm gonna go for this second one up here and do this on my brow bone. That's nice. It's actually lighter and more shimmery than I thought it was going to be. I like it. It's really pretty. It's like a perfect highlight shade. I really like that. Nice. And then I'm going to put a little bit in my inner corners. Yeah, I like that. I feel like I need something else here to blend it a little bit more. So I'm going to try this kind of taupe shade here. Just a little bit up in my crease just to blend this together. Nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye makeup and then I will be right back. All right, so I went ahead and put on some eyeliner and mascara so that you can see this finished look. I love it, you guys. This is really pretty. This is totally in my wheelhouse. It's got a little bit of gold, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of pink. I am a fan, and like I said, these shadows are super blendable. They're pigmented, but they're not overly pigmented. These are pretty easy to work with, and so I feel like if you are a beginner and you want a good palette that's gonna give you a lot of colors to play with, this would be a really good option for you. If you can get your hands on it, man, $38 is really not bad. I mean, look at all of the colors you get. This is really amazing. She did such a good job curating this and I'm really impressed. I also love that you get a nice blend of finishes. You get some mattes, you get some satins and some more shimmery, glittery ones. And I'm really excited to swatch all of these for you. So I'm gonna show you those swatches right now. All right, so here we have the Jaclyn Hill Palette. Take a look close up at all of the colors, and I am going to go ahead and swatch these for you. I will be doing this row by row, starting from the top and working my way down to the bottom. All right, so first we have the top row of swatches. As you can see, these first two colors here are your highlighter shades, and they are really beautiful. They actually, I think, are prettier on than they are in the pan. As you can see, they're both shimmery, which is gorgeous. The first one has a pale pink tone to it, and the second one is more golden. After that, we've got two different taupe shades. One is pretty light. The second one has a little more red tones to it. These are not highly pigmented. They're definitely good base colors, but you do have to build them a bit. Next, we have these three gorgeous shimmery colors. The first one is a light pink with a silver shift to it. The next one is a deeper pink with gold. And the third one is a peach tone with a gold shift to it. These are gorgeous. This middle one here with the gold, very similar to one of the shades in the Carly Bible palette that I swatched in a previous video. That right there is the top row of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Here we have the second row of the palette. This first shade here is kind of a yellow tan. This one is actually quite pigmented. It only took one swipe to get that color. The next two are different shades of brown, one with more reddish undertones. And then this shade, again, it's kind of a brown with a yellow gold undertone. These are less pigmented and definitely ones you can build up a bit more. After that, you've got this kind of rust-colored matte shade, and then these two really gorgeous, really pigmented shimmer shades, one in this beautiful red and one in this gold. I love these. These are gorgeous colors. So that is the second row of the palette. Okay, next we have this third row of the palette here. And the first three shades are these beautiful shimmers. The first one is a really pale sort of pink. It's beautiful. The next one is a deeper pink red with some gold undertones. And then this really gorgeous, deep, kind of rosy, rust-colored shade. So pretty for a night out. After that, you get three more matte shades in similar colors, and I kind of love this, that you really have the versatility of getting a lot of these shades in both matte and shimmer tones, so you can make a lot of different looks with this palette. And finally is this really pretty shimmery pinky rose color right here. So that is this third row in the palette. All right, next, moving on to the fourth row of the palette, we are starting to get into some of the really fun pops of color that made me really want to check this palette out. We've got this really pretty shimmery purple, this purpley blue color, and do be aware that this purpley blue color is less pigmented than some of the other shimmers, which maybe is good given the color. Then you've got this really gorgeous shimmery sort of taupe color, a beautiful bronze, and then this brown that has some silver flecks of glitter in it, and then two more matte brown shades, which would be really great for doing outer corners of the eye during the daytime. Again, these are just gorgeous, and the shimmer shades have such an amazingly buttery, beautifully pigmented formula. And finally, moving on to this last row here, we have this really pretty teal colored shimmer. The next shade, unfortunately, is the only one in this palette that I had a really hard time swatching. It's this matte green, and as you can see here, I just had a hard time with that. I don't know how much of it is because I've been doing other swatches, so I'll have to play with that one a little bit. Next is this sort of forest green and silver shimmer. Then this deep forest green matte, a darker brown matte shade, a sort of deep plum matte shade, and then finally a black. And these ones are going to be good for your smoky eyes when you're going out and want something a little bit darker. So that is the final row of the palette. I just want to say that this palette flows so nicely together. I love all of the different colors. I love how versatile it is. The formula of most of these is really beautiful, really, I think, usable for even beginners. And I feel like you could just get so much out of this palette. It's incredible. Such a great value for the money. This is one that I would say actually lives up to the hype, and not everything does, but I am really thoroughly impressed. I think Jaclyn did a fantastic job curating this palette, and I think it's really worth checking out. All right, so overall, my thoughts on this Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette are that this is a really fantastic palette. It's a great value. So if you don't want to be spending a ton of money and you want to be able to play with different makeup looks, this is a really good one to invest in. The price point is not too high, and you are getting a ton ton of colors, a ton of product, and the formula is really great. I like it. I feel like this is accessible. This is something that almost anybody could use and do some fun things with. I'm loving this look. I will probably try a lot of other looks with this palette in the future, which I'm really excited to do. In the comments down below, let me know if you guys have tried this palette, if you have it, if you'd be interested in it. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm super excited to have this in my collection, and I'm really looking forward to playing around with different looks with it. So yeah, really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and do subscribe to my channel to see more. Also, you can hit that notification bell and join my notification squad so that you're made aware every time I release a new video. If you do that, please do let me know in the comments down below, and you will get a shout out in a future video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.